Alright, so September 2022, Shoals and I went on a venture of a lifetime up in the Cape Melville region, Princess Charlotte Bay, in my 5 metre Quintrex. But this place is about 600k north of Cairns, or probably 200k north of Cooktown in a straight line. Out in the middle of nowhere. It was pretty awesome. We found our way out to the Flinders Island Group here and camped out there for 5 days with our intention to get out to the Great Barrier Reef. It was just a bit too choppy to do that. We got out to King Island here and snorkeled. We caught some fantastic fish in this area. And then on the way back in, we intended spending a couple of nights and days up a deep upper river system, a remote river system, hunting pig. And the very first night, big tide, woke up to the boat upside down. So have a look through the video and just see the outcome. Stingray there. Oh yeah. Ah, that wasn't too flash. Ah, there's a few in there. And we're just catching some live bait here to catch some bigger fish. Have a look at this. We've just pulled this in. We're just in the Flinders Island Group off Cape Melville. And then there's Stanley Island out there on the other side of the bay. We've got shade, we've got fresh water, concrete, we're out of the sand, we've just taken over. Our little tents, Kickers is doing breakfast, it's 5:30 in the morning. We're going to try and get out to the reef. 2 tanks. Bitten in half. Oh, look at that. That was a mackerel. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, we got a head. Oh, look at that! Video's on there, mate. Now,
you got the video on, have you?
Yeah, the video's going.
Oh, right, eh?
Good stuff, mate. All right, you happy with that?
Yep.
Oh, river. Just in neutral. We're way up North Kennedy River, and we've managed to dive in and salvage some stuff. Don't know what we're going to do here exactly, but we were spotting crocs last night
There's a good one here somewhere.
We've lost cameras and leads and food, all fresh water, all sorts of stuff. Destroyed outboard and electronics, lost fishing gear. We haven't lost our sense of humour. Charles is down there bailing that water.
To a point now that we can nearly start bailing it out. Then we have to wait for the tide to come back in, which will be late tonight, which then we can't start paddling. So mucking around and pulling on this and pulling on that. We've managed to get the boat. We've got some sort of a fulcrum set up here. Goes back to a double truckee knot. Another one there with knots that we can adjust as the tide comes in and out. We've actually got the boat.
We're still here on the North Kennedy River. It's now about 1 o'clock, just approaching low tide.
Getting warm.
Getting very warm. The mud's about a knee deep. Putting some branches down to try and stop us sinking. We've had to do some fishing in there with our hands and retrieved a whole heap of things, batteries and leads and all sorts of stuff. All our drinking water. Stuff. Alright. And we think we're on the brink of getting it back into water. So, here goes. Alright. Anyway, we're loading up and we want to ride out on the outgoing tide. As it sucks out, we want to take a ride out the river because no one even comes fishing up here. So we need to get downstream. We're going to be doing that tonight as the about 8 o'clock when the tide is running out. So we're just going to be out there with paddles. We do have a full moon, or a lot of moon at the moment. So yeah, we'll be cruising down the river with a bit of moonlight. Be nice to have the spotlight for crocs, but we have seen crocs. We saw 2 crocs here, right here last night, which was really hard because we had to spend so much time in the water retrieving gear this morning. So that wasn't nice. We've had to pull everything out in the sun all day today and dry it. Now we've packed it back and it's all coming back in now. So everything will be packed and back on. It'll all look good, just be no engine, no electronics. Fortunately, I've got a handheld GPS so we can actually find where we've got to go to turn up another river in the darkness of night. So yeah, it's all good fun. Well, it's a real added adventure to this trip. But yeah, it's all good. We're all in high spirits around here, and oh wow, is that videoing?
Kick is covered in mud and shit. Rightio, we are absolutely flying. We've done 1 kilometre because the tide's turned in 48 minutes. We got no motor down, so we've got no rudder. And we just keep spinning around. The boat seems to want to go backwards, but we're happy with that. Just got to keep it out the mangroves now and float with it. It's all good. Righto, it's up past 7 in the morning. We tied up to that branch last night that Kickers had to stand up on top to tie it off on. Now our tie off is underwater. That's how big the tides are. We just slept in the bottom of the boat here, and I'm getting hammered with that sun. Yeah, so last night I showed you that was all mud banks like down there, and now it's all water up to there, and it's still got to come up a fair bit yet. So we aren't going anywhere, and we are being absolutely hammered in the sun. This could be a good day. Righto.
Well, we came up about 18k, we reckon, last night, coming out on the tide. camped here. We're still probably 6k from the mouth of the Annie River, and we're staying put to wait for someone to come out, a fisherman or something. But we're taking 2 options, and I'm going to walk from here back to the car. It's about 8.5k. Hopefully it's not too swampy and crappy, and see if we can get help one way or the other. So give that a go. Alright.
Alright mate, I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon, mate.
You're just going to sink to your tits in no time in there. Alright, home alone. This is good. I don't know, I might do some housework, I think. Righto, got the house back in order. Well, I've got myself some shade set up. I can see if anyone comes that way. I can see if anyone comes that way. Nothing better to do than sit down and read a good book, I suppose. Might even have a cigarette. Hey, didn't lose me tobacco in all that. There is a God. Yeah, righto. Kicker's only been gone for 40 minutes. Seems like about 8 hours. Righto. Righto, as you can see, the tide's running out really quick. The wind's blowing me onto that mud. So I've tried to tie myself up into this tree out here to keep me away from that embankment, because I just end up rolling the boat again, and that'd give me the shits. Yeah, I reckon Kicker should have stayed with the vehicle, and we would be a lot closer, but I can't handle this big ship by myself, so we wait, I suppose. Right.
G'day fellas.
Hey, how are we?
Having any luck catching anything?
Only boats.
Oh shit. Hey, I'm glad to see us.